Nerds will inherit the copier world. Okay, let's see what this one turns out to be like. Okay. Alright, let's see what we got to photocopy at this stage. What do we have here? Happy anniversary. Real love stories never have endings. Happy anniversary to both of you. Well, Luigi and I, we're going to stick together. We're not going to drink. When we have our anniversary, there's going to be no alcohol. Sorry, but that's true. That's the way Luigi and I, we are. We're going to celebrate, but we're not interested in having alcohol together. We've got so much work to do. As a couple, like we wanted to build an artificially intelligent photocopier one day. It's going to take a lot of effort, a lot of sleepless nights. So we can't go to get tired and tipsy. But no, we're not going to. We're never drinkers in the tipsy sense. Because it's okay to have a little bit of alcohol, but not to get drunk, or get tipsy. Tipsy to me counts as a mild form of drunkenness. So basically that's something I don't like. I don't agree with. I'm not the person who likes that sort of shit. I'm just not interested in... I've never been interested in getting drunk. I had a close relative who used to get drunk a lot, and I think she still does. And I'm just so not interested in doing what she did, being like that, because I hated it. I've never liked people getting drunk. It's just so gross. It's just not clever. It's not a very clever thing to do. It's not good for your brain. It's not good for your liver to get drunk. And there's probably other damage. You could probably get throat cancer, I think, as well. There's a lot of things that can go wrong. And you also do stupid things, and you have many accidents. You have accidents that, that could have been prevented. Now that's interesting, that part there. I thought that glittery stuff was what we were interested in. I'm wondering if we're going to make this the centre of our job. But basically, getting drunk has never appealed to me. It's just not something I want to do. I don't aspire to get drunk. I'm too smart for that. I've done some stupid things, I must say, in my life. But getting drunk is just not something I'm at all inclined to do. It's just not my thing. It's just not who I am. I'm just being myself when I say I don't want to get drunk. That's it. Bullshit. Not bullshit. Why am I saying bullshit? It's bullshit when people think they have to get drunk in order to conform to the social norm. And that's a bit of a rhyme. Fuck me dead. And I'm just so over the way society is like that, full of these conventions that people must do to fit in. You don't have to fucking fit in, folks. You don't have to fucking get drunk just because everyone else does and that it's normal. Because normal is not always normal in a good sense. It is not good sometimes to be normal. And getting drunk is not all it's cracked up to be. But you probably want to say, you can talk. How do you know? Because you've never gotten drunk. But basically, I've seen things go wrong when people get drunk. You know that things just don't go as well as they should when people decide to have too much of a tipple. I mean, accidents and foolishness and people sitting on the office photocopier and ending up with a backside full of glass and a fucking broken photocopier. And honestly, that's not glorious, folks. That's not really... Getting drunk is that stupid. You end up doing dumb things like that, and you know that it's wrong. You're going to regret it, and it's too late. You've done the fucking deed. Now that black looks too wishy-washy, but the writing looks good. I'm going to try it with a normal amount of black, a full amount of black that I put into it. But basically, getting drunk isn't what it's cracked up to be. And you do stupid things. You probably end up banging the boss in the office. You don't want to fucking do that. You don't want to bang the boss, especially if he's married. So you got to basically, you do stupid things that you're going to regret. And who knows what trouble you get into, breaking a photocopier because you sat on it, you end up in hospital, and what do you say to the fucking doctor or the nurses? You say, I sat on the photocopier and broke it and have an ass full of glass. Well, it's not fucking an acceptable thing to do, and you're going to end up with a huge repair bill, and who knows, maybe you might even have to replace the whole fucking photocopier. After all, photocopiers are not made to take the weight of a human a person. They're not designed to be sat upon. So you may not just break the glass and the scanner. You might fucking destroy the whole machine, and these machines are not cheap. And basically, what would you do if you had to spend more than $5,000 replacing a fucking broken photocopier, all because you thought you'd get drunk and sit on it? I mean, it's just so fucking stupid. And that's just not good, and you end up losing your job. And hey, you can't lose your job in this day and age. There's not enough jobs to go around. Don't think you can find another one, and with a reference mentioning that you sat on the photocopier, therefore you should not be employed at a new job. You've got so much competition, so many people who have not sat on a photocopier competing with you who sat on a photocopier. You're not going to fucking get a new job. You're not likely to. There's not enough jobs for people who've done stupid things. So getting drunk is just not acceptable. And you've got to think sometimes, folks. Not sometimes, you've got to think before you do. You know what the consequences are. Put your brain into gear. Just because you've only got an IQ of 100 doesn't mean you have to be stupid. You can bloody think for yourselves, even if you were in the lower end of normal and you had an IQ of 100 of just 90. Surely you can still think about the consequences that I've just shown, just a couple of examples, really bad ones. But anyway, that's turned up very strange and it looks really nice. I think now we can call this demo quits.